Hello, everybody.
Oh, wow, good timing.
Very curious indeed. With each new challenge, you show more depth.
What do you want?
Both you and I are painfully aware of the endless parade history inflicts upon us. Creatures so pathetically focused on one single purpose.
No, it's become Matrix
Creatures
2.
are, ironically, completely devoid of meaning.
Make your point, Lord of Hollows.
It's just surprising, no, refreshing to see something headed in the opposite direction. You are coming into a greater awareness of the flaws that kept you in chains.
Flaws?
Shall I list them?
No, thank you. I've seen enough recently to know they are many.
Which is exactly why I give you this.
It's
And by
purple.
holding it, the raw power of Force itself is yours.
It vibrates in my hand. I don't understand.
When the time comes, you will know when and how to use it.
No, not yet!
Congrats. We got probably my least favorite Hollow.
Aw, but it's a pretty one.
Oh, yeah. It's just, I don't much care for the weapon that comes with it. No, okay, I should take it back. I do like all the Hollows, but I think this is the one I use the least in combat, anyway.
There was a point where Fury's bottle kind of spasmed.
Yeah, I did. It was great.
I was like, oh, Fury.
Oh, no.
Oh, Fury, are you okay, girl? I've been
No.
there before.
You've been there before.
Force.
Been there before. When the model just doesn't work.
Use the Force, Fury.
Hammer time.
Hey!
Do-do-do-do-do.
I enjoyed using hammers.
Well, yes, we know that you like using big weapons. I mean, heck, Abby straight up blamed you for the scythe not working correctly in the first game, and you made fan art of it.
Yeah, forever ago.
I know, but that's the only fan art we've ever gotten, so I
There's
cherish
fan
that
art
memory
probably
quite.
somewhere. We just in the dark depths of somewhere. Someone's subconscious.
It's okay, though.
I am kind of hoping we do get fan art just because I'm like, I really want to see other people's interpretation of our insanity.
That'd be fascinating.
Also, part of me wants to be like, oh boy. I hope we get flashback fan art just because it's like, good heavens, since it's all audio, you know. Should we come back?
We were gone?
No.
I'm heading to the Maker's Forge.
I meant, should we go? That's what I meant.
If we're at the Maker's Forge, let's pause real quick.
Okay, bye. Gotcha. Seriously, when we get a house, it's literally going to be one room with
Okay, we're
nothing but
back.
the posters and shit around the house, and then one room with nothing but bookshelves as the walls. It's going to be bad.
Oh, we can break those just with our weapon now?
Yep.
Fancy.
Sweet.
We don't need fire muffin anymore.
Well, no, we need fire muffin for things. We just don't need him
what's this?
for purple
one.
stuff.
Oh, it's this throne.
Yeah.
You can sit on it.
Except Fury doesn't like to sit. She's not a She's a third-person action adventure. They don't sit.
Except some games do let you sit. Mario
Like
Odyssey. Mario Odyssey, you can sit.
Oh, I didn't know that. I need to still play it.
Yeah,
I recommend it.
Played like 20 minutes of Mario Odyssey, and I was so bored.
That wounds me because Mario Odyssey is probably my favorite Mario game.
Ooh.
I absolutely love Mario Odyssey so much. It makes me so happy. I just feel good playing it. Mm-hmm. So, it wounds me, but I understand.
Well,
I would...
first two Paper Mario games for me.
Well,
That's the same feeling.
I still like those is the thing. I would still encourage you to keep playing Mario Odyssey. But I understand if you don't want to. Let's see, first 20 minutes. You got to the first world? Mm-hmm. So you stayed at Cascade Kingdom, or did you...
I was in the desert place.
The desert place is my least favorite world. Just so you know. Mm-hmm. So I would encourage you to continue, but I also understand if you don't want to. But I liked Mario Odyssey. I see a lot of people think it's overrated, but I still think it's really good. I quite enjoy it a lot. I have collected every single moon in that game, except for the ones that you get in the shop. Oh, that's cool. I just
Well, that is cool.
The horsemen cannot be choosers.
Although I will say,
The Lord of
oh, never mind.
Hollows will never be accused of subtlety.
Time to find the next city.
Are you certain? I'm just asking. Seems to me like you're a little smart. At least that's what the Lord of Hollows appeared to see in you.
If you truly want to see how I have softened, question my resolve again.
so when I was watching I'll try not to talk about the charity stream I was watching too much, but when I was watching the charity stream, one of the things they did near the end was they sung Jump Up Superstar from Mario Odyssey. And there was one guy who never really paid attention to the lyrics before. He never played Mario Odyssey. And he was reading the lyrics. I love Steven so much. He was he's looking at the lyrics and he's like, oh my gosh, these lyrics are cheesy. Like really cheesy. I love it so much. But then he looked at it, he's like, because it's like, there's a line in there that says like, come and we'll do a Switch or something with Switch. And then he's like, wait, it's on the Switch console. This is an ad.
It wasn't at you dumbass!
He's like, this is an ad! And he just starts screaming.
Oh,
It's an
bless
ad.
his stupid heart. Oh, good lordy, Lou. It was an ad, you dumbass.
Supposed to hear.
Don't eat cookies before dinner. I'm gonna call you out.
I cooked dinner. I do what I want.
I bought dinner.
The Charred Council is aware of this. It's the very reason for their continued existence.
Ugh, the way you blather on. What are you trying to say?
Heaven and hell are not absolutes either. Seen with the proper perspective, they are simply two opposing forces scrambling to gain power over this sad wall of mud.
It is the way of all things.
Precisely. But why would they be so focused on this rock and its teeming bacteria when there is an entire cosmos to explore and to conquer?
Okay, bye.
Oh my gosh, New Donk City is one of my favorite places.
It looks
in Mario
so good.
Odyssey.
I'm gonna play it at some point. Again, my pile.
No, yeah, your pile's huge. Goes up to my knee. Just a reminder.
Actually, half of that's mine.
Is that some of that yours? I thought those had been put away.
No, a good chunk. There's
Okay.
plenty of mine in there.
Okay, cool.
But yeah,
still.
I do recommend Mario Odyssey. The Sand World, personally, I struggled to get through the Sand World because I thought it was boring, but I love all
I mean,
the
I
worlds
like
after.
Mario Sunshine, so I'm pretty sure I'll like Odyssey just fine.
I probably should mention, just so there's no misunderstanding, I hate every single one of Mario's flagships games. I have not found a single one I like.
Flagship?
Mario
like main state.
64, Mario Sunshine, Mario Odyssey, Mario Galaxy. I have not liked a single one of them.
Oh, no wonder.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're not a platformer boy.
Yeah, you're not.
I
That's
enjoyed Ukulele. I want to be clear about that.
okay. Ukulele's more of a collectathon,
Yeah.
I would argue.
Well, I mean, they're both kind of.
Balance.
I guess, yeah, it depends on how you look at it.
It's different designs. Mario's a lot more about getting to high places and dealing with and lots of jumping, lots and lots of jumping.
Yeah, Mario is
'Cause
definitely...
to keep that from his original stuff. But Ukulele and Banjo-Kazooie, they were much more about getting powers and
Yeah.
fighting fun little mini games or bosses. It's a really different kind of
They are very different, actually.
I will, just because I want to counter the I don't like platformers, Yoshi's Story is one of my favorite games of all time.
Oh, okay.
I really liked the first Klonoa game, even though I could never beat the final level. And I do enjoy Castlevania and Shantae.
Fair enough.
So, what I'm getting is you just don't like Mario games.
No, I vehemently hate Mario platformers.
So that's a shame. Oh well, more enjoyment for me.
So that's where Luke's enjoyment went. You ate it.
I do that. I am a sponge. Quite literally, I am a sponge. I absorb people's emotions,
Oh dear.
so I am a sponge. That's what empathy
I
does.
think I give away my emotions.
That's also a thing.
I think that's what I might do. Unless it's like sadness, then I'll absorb the shit out of that.
You know, it depends. Like,
Because I'm empathetic as hell.
yeah, I'm
I'm an empath. That's the word.
yeah, empath. So, speaking of weirdly being empathetic, I learned something about myself. So,
Ooh.
you guys know about love languages, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. So, basically, love languages are like a very I don't know how to phrase it, but it's
It's how you one shows love to another.
yeah, or how one sees love, right?
Yeah. How what you feel is the best way to show love to someone, and how you feel you would rather receive it.
And it's different for everybody. Like there's categories. There's a few main ones. There's words are one, touch is one, gifts, and then quality time.
And then there's one more.
Charity.
There you go.
Yeah. So those are like the 5 main ones that
So like
Categorize.
I'm very much a toucher. I you know this, hun. But I show my love via touches. I best receive love via touches. But Luke, for example, you're more of a gifts and or quality time and no, not quality time, charity. Like
Acts of service.
acts of service.
acts of
Yeah,
service. That's the
it.
better way of phrasing. Yeah, that's the
and
way
you're,
it's
you're an
actually
acts of
phrased.
service. You really like it when I do like housework and.
And I know that
gifts.
Luke's is gift because like
We get
Luke gives a lot of gifts, so I'm like,
so-
oh, that's how he does it. Yeah.
So that's love language.
Yeah.
But what did you find out about your love language?
I was convinced I didn't have one. I was convinced it was like something like dumb or something. And then one of my friends was like, I think your words. And I thought like, but that's the most boring one. But then I thought about it and I was like, ah, dang it, I am words.
What's boring about words? Words are important too.
Yeah, so I found that out by myself because it makes sense for me. I won't go into detail about it, but I realized that
you're-
I was a word person.
Oh, more tentacles.
I'm like, oh, well, that's fine.
Our wide-eyed
So,
friend. Try
hi.
not to scream like a child.
You try not to laugh.
okay. I didn't know if she was having a conversation
Neither
with
do
Watcher or
I.
not.
There
Okay,
we go.
we got it.
It's tired today. We must have too much on our system.
Oh, hi.
Did
hello.
we smack your butt? What was that?
It's a stinger.
Oh yeah, so we did smack his butt kind of. Oh, it was an antennae.
Oh,
it's an anglerfish type
Oh.
diddly do where they put their scarves and shit.
Gotcha.
I think that was meant to be like an angler fish.
Yeah, where they put their scarves.
Yeah.
Like the lure thing.
I like how me and Abby just started like moving, dangling our heads and like
Dangling our
shaking
heads
it back and forth.
Well, you're doing the dead fish motion with your wrist, so yeah.
I was just thinking.
It's
of,
above our heads, by the way.
Of the the I don't remember
facts.
true facts about the anglerfish. It's just like they
anglerfish.
are a rainbow of ugly.
The anglerfishes comes in many varieties
of ugly.
Honestly, anglerfish freak me out.
Well, fish freak you out, girl.
Yes, you're not wrong.
Anglerfish would be even worse.
Anglerfish are. Ugh.
Especially since apparently the anglerfish with the light on the bottom of the ocean, they get to be huge.
Like bigger than people. We're making this worse. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all. I haven't seen you react like that since I told you about the groupers that grow big enough to swallow people whole.
Yeah, that when I first. For those who didn't know, I reacted. For those who don't know, first of all, I'm kind of scared of fish. I don't know if I would go so far as a phobia.
So.
Yeah, it's a
I'm like borderline phobia because I can still like sometimes play games with fish in it. Like I play Zelda games that have fish in it, but
Well, I'd play Zelda.
it still freaks me out. But
Well, those are not like as hyper realistic and stuff. So
Twilight Princess is the worst. I'm so glad fishing is not required. Anyway,
I mean, throwing this out there, I have a phobia of spiders, but I can still play Twilight Princess.
yeah, it's ichthyophobia or something. I don't know how it's pronounced, but anyway.
Ichthyophobia, I believe.
In
yeah, I was about to say
Ichthyophobia.
ichthyo.
It's hard. But in our Crystal Chronicles playthrough, we got on a topic about groupers because there's like a grouper in one of the aquariums somewhere. somewhere. I don't know where it is actually, but
I don't remember.
like it caught me off guard, but I was just imagining like fish because we were talking about fish. And then when Luke said like they can grow to be almost the size of a human, I got that mental image and I literally dropped the controller and I was like, no!
Oh yeah,
I'd forgotten that was in Crystal Chronicles.
Yeah. I put it in our
So that's a shortcut.
I put it in our best moment compilation. Like, I am scared of it, but I also can... Luckily, because it's all in good jest here, and it's not, like, teasing and taunting. Luckily, because it's all in good jest.
Yeah.
Like, I put it in because it's still a funny reaction. And it's not, like...
We are never malicious towards one another.
Or at least we try not to be.
If we are, we don't realize
We don't realize it, and we need to talk about it.
So, I mean, my phobia of spiders is so severe, I've never actually looked up what huntsman spiders or camel spiders look like, despite my morbid curiosity, because it's like, I'm not going to be able to unsee that.
Yeah. No, actually, I remember one time you went into the Harry Potter closet, it was a while ago or something, and we were all just minding our own business, and then you suddenly, like, came out real quick, and I just hear you quietly under your breath like there was a spider, and all of us were like, oh my gosh!
Yeah,
like,
we're
are
like,
you okay?
"Fuck!" I remember one of our earlier nights that there was like a spider in the vent or something, and you flipped out,
Yep.
honey. And that's when I
Yeah.
realized I have to be the man of the. I have to kill all the spiders. Even though I don't like spiders too much either, but I'm not
To
as
be
bad
fair,
I
the
don't like-
reason why I reacted so badly was because we were in bed, we...
as you. It was defenseless. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was...
It's in a place you don't want bugs.
I don't remember what we were doing. I think we were more just cuddling, you know, enjoying the fact that we were, like, still only a week into our marriage.
Yeah.
So it was just a sense of real vulnerability. So
Yeah.
seeing a spider just pop out like that in a state of...
Down in the glory hole I go.
Glory hole.
I also don't like spiders either. Like, I
Yeah.
try to be cool about them, but if I'm, like, minding my
Hi,
own
you
business...
have the iron boots now.
If I'm, like, minding my own business, and I,
Oh,
like...
nice.
see a spider near me, I'm immediately like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I need to take care of it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
and
takes me a minute too, but
And then I like, you know, get a cup and like try to get it out.
you're in my realm now. You don't belong in this world.
See, I have like weird set of rules. If it's in my bedroom, death. Anywhere else, I will do my best to try to get it outside, but sometimes I'm really bad and I accidentally squish it.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But I do my best to try to get it outside because spiders can help kill bugs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
You see,
That's why I try not to kill them if I like see them outside or in a like garage or in a something like that. But if it's like in a carpeted area,
Yeah, if
then it's like, okay, time to die.
if it's in like a place that I consider safe, then I'm like, okay, you're dead. But like, so usually it's my bedroom. That's when I'm like,
The bugs I can't do. Luke needs to take care of them. Are earwigs. Fuck
I
those things.
hate earwigs.
Fuck everything about them.
I don't know why, but earwigs have never bothered me.
Oh, I hate ear.
Yeah.
I've always had like the
But-
fear of things getting into my ear.
Yeah.
So earwigs are like the epitome of my fear. There was one time there was a bug in the bathroom, and the episode's over, but I want to finish the story. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay.
I'm selfish. I'm sorry. But there was a bug in the bathroom, and I like went to talk to one of my roommates because she's a strong, independent woman, much better than I. I went to talk to one of my roommates, and I was like, "Can you like help me get rid of this bug? I don't know what it is. I don't know if we need like." If there's a way to do it, and she looked at it, and it was big, and she was like, "That's an earwig,"
Oh.
and I was like, "Ah, no!"
Yeah, I've usually very much recognized earwigs.
And if you take the force thing off, you'll be able to swim freely.
I just, anyway, sorry for that horrible image. That's an episode.
Have fun, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Hopefully, we'll get off that topic.